What's going on, guys? Welcome to another podcast video, Breaking Debates. This is episode 15, and in this podcast video or podcast, we're going to be talking about the Child's Play series. Now, join with me now is Lakeisha, and we just sat down and watched The Curse of Chucky a few days ago, and we decided we want to go ahead and talk about that and the rest of the series, going back to the originals all the way up to now. So, hey, Lakeisha, say hey.
Hi.
Oh, okay. And so, without further ado, let's get on with this breaker debates. I've been a fan of the Child's Play series for some time now, and it was one of those. But Chucky had become one of those monster icons from the '80s that kind of blew up. I mean, it's actually a pretty good idea, and I think that the first few films were the best in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, the Child's Play 1 through 3. Yeah, it got more into him as the Chucky doll, and then
I think I'm thinking like okay. I think one of the things that made them stand out more than the more recent ones, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, is the fact that they were more serious. And then as the series does progress, you do have this satirical, like comedy, humor, dark comedy that comes with, you know what I'm saying, some of these cheesy movies that's been coming out a lot lately. And I think that's kind of like one of the downfalls of it was the fact that it became more comedic after a while. And as a side note, that's one reason I do like the Friday the 13th series a little bit more than the Nightmare on Elm Street and the Child's Play series, because throughout the Friday the 13th franchise, it's serious. It's like straight serious. But as these other two, they came more goofier after time. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So let's talk about the overall story of Child's Play. Now, if y'all don't know what Child's Play is, it is a film series focused on this child killer named Charles Lee Ray, whose soul ends up getting transferred into a good guy doll's body
via voodoo ritual.
Yeah, via voodoo ritual. Um, so, really the entire series is him pretty much trying to get out of that body.
Yeah.
For the most part. And as I said, the first film was great. Great idea. It was great, great, really good written story. And as well as the second one. The third one, I'm going to say it was probably a little bit of a step down a little bit. I don't know, it was the casting that kind of bothered me, or it was kind of the story or the setting. I think it might have been the setting more than anything. And then, of course, Bride of Chucky.
Well, the setting in Child's Play 3 was what, like a military academy.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off a little bit. It was an interesting concept.
Okay, was it the setting or the characters? He stopped hunting after Andy and went on to a new one. I wonder why Andy was getting older.
Yeah, I think the third one is him when he's older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't even going after Andy. He was going after the little black boy.
Yeah, but he went to find Andy, and then he found the new boy because he was trying to reach Andy. Then he found a new boy. But Andy couldn't have been that old.
I mean, he was like
he was a teenager.
He was a teenager. I don't know what it was. I think it might have been the setting. I think it was a good idea, but I'm not one of those fans that if you have a horror movie, franchise like a figure or something, the first person that he fought that they engaged in the first movie has to continuously engage that same person throughout the series, unless it's like a good reason as to why. You know what I mean? Like every movie, Andy has to fight Chucky. Like I don't like that because it's like there's billions of people on the planet. Why is he constantly after this one person?
Because he was the one he first told his secret to. Then, while he was reaching Andy, he found Tyler, and then he told him his secret. So now he wanted Tyler. But in Bride of Chucky, because after 3, he got chopped up and all that, and then Tiffany and Bride of Chucky stitched him back together. So that was...
In the second one, wasn't he after a little girl?
No, he was still after Andy in Child's Play 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there was a psychologist, wasn't it? It was like a psychologist that was there too, wasn't it?
Yeah, Andy was living in foster care.
Okay, yeah. So, okay. Like, that makes sense, because in the first film, he was after him, and didn't his mom die?
Oh. No, she was just in Crazy House.
Okay. So, I ain't seen him in a while, so I'm just going off memory. Anyways, so, like, that makes sense. The third, and that's when I'm like, okay, the third one, I'm not saying the third one was bad, because it is one of my favorites. Like I said, he's serious. Which is one reason I did like the Curse of Chucky. It was serious. I mean, he did have the little cheesy jokes here and there, but it was for the most part serious.
Yeah, he was serious, but Chucky wanted revenge for the woman neglecting him years ago. Which is why, how come they didn't call this the Revenge of Chucky?
I just thinking that same thing. I was like, yo, dude.
Because now they have another one coming out called The Revenge of Chucky. What is that going to be about?
I'm still trying to figure out how the heck is it revenge? It's like...
He got his revenge.
But I don't see how. It's like, okay, you was going around killing people.
Okay, first...
like, I don't understand
He was already killing people. He was strangling people, which is why they called him...
The Tattletale Strangler.
The Lakeshore Strangler. So, and then he wanted this woman. She didn't want him. So, he somehow the police got involved. They tracked him down, killed him. He got the doll, and now he wanted revenge. He got his revenge, which is why I don't see why it's called The Curse of Chucky. Now, if the next one, which is going to be called The Revenge, it needs to tell more about the curse, which is going to be sort of backwards.
Yeah, it should have been. This one should have been named Revenge of Chucky, then the next one should be The Curse of Chucky. Okay, the whole Bride of Chucky, and for one, okay, I did notice this and I did read up on it. Did you realize that they stopped calling it Child's Play?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you think about the whole Bride of Chucky? Me was talking about the other day. I think it was a really good idea, but I think they went too comical with it.
Okay, Bride of Chucky. Well, he had stopped going after kids, and I guess he wanted to transform him and Tiffany's body into adults.
Which honestly would make more sense. I mean, I can understand you live a longer life if you transfer your body into a kid, but if you want to be like established, just find somebody that's rich and then do it to them. That's what I probably would do.
Tiffany, which was his former girlfriend, I guess she, when he was alive, as Charles Lee Ray, she helped him, I guess, kill or cover up or something. And so they said it's set 1 month after Child's Play 3. So how did Tiffany know where to
find them? I don't know. I think that's one of those things where it was an interesting idea of introducing new characters because of how one-dimensional his backstory really is. But I think they should have tightened it up with her a little bit more than what they did. Because you sit there and think about it, Child's Play took place in like, I think in the 80s. I think the story itself takes place in the 80s. But, you know, The Bride of Chucky takes place, what, in the late 90s, early 2000s? No.
1998.
Yeah, so this chick was like, what, waiting on him for 10 years?
They never actually did give her even like a little bit of a backstory.
Yeah.
Not in either one of them. We just see her in there.
Yeah.
You know, in Seed of Chucky, she was, you know, of course, Jennifer Tilly, and then, you know, movie star, and also the doll and their son. Of course, she got pregnant in the in Bride of Chucky, the doll, which is funny.
I was like, wow. Wait. Didn't that? Well, I'm jumping movies because it's doing it again. What did you think about the Seed of Chucky?
Well,
because I honestly honestly felt like they just drawing straws now. They can't bring it back. They just coming up with all types of wild stuff.
Okay, some man supposedly found Chucky and Tiffany's son. Where did he find him at?
It was I don't know where he found him at. I know he was in the circus.
Something like that.
Then you see the little one sequence where he running after a car. I was like, wow. How I just want to know, how did this idea pass?
I mean, maybe it's not meant to make sense like that. It's a doll movie.
I mean,
it's about dolls.
This plot, I would love to know who sat in that little conference room with the screenwriters and was like, I got an idea. Let's have Chucky and Tiffany have a baby, and then let's focus on the movie on this baby. And he was raised in a circus. He's trying to find his parents. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand that. I mean, I guess it makes sense to some degree, but why take the series in that direction? Like, I mean, we got a killer on one end. We got a killer girlfriend who's killing people on one end. Then you got a killer, his girlfriend that's killing people, and then the baby a son or whatever the hell it was.
It had a split personality. It didn't know what it was. It was because he had both female and male. They said he had both female and male soul in his body, so they didn't know whether to name it Glenn or Glenda.
But I think that was one of the goofy moments. All right, what do you think about the Curse of Chucky?
Please don't ask me that. It was okay. He wanted revenge for this woman rejecting him, which is stupid. I really think it's stupid.
Which I don't understand why he would want revenge for that when he already paralyzed the woman's daughter. Like, he already got his revenge.
I'm just not reading the end of this. At the end, you said Chucky is mailed to Andy.
That's the after credits.
Which shoots him in the head. At the end, he was mailed to that woman's niece.
We didn't see the after credits. We just seen that sequence. Remember, I had brought that up. I was like, well, wait a minute. Why would he get mailed to the girl and switch over body? And then I read up on the after credits, and I'm like, then turn around and get mailed. Like, what, he split himself in half? Like, this ain't Harry Potter. His name ain't Voldemort. You can split his soul into different things and shit.
So after all this time, 25 years after the first film and 9 years after the fifth film, he still wanted Andy.
I don't think he wanted him like that. Maybe to try to kill him, but
That's what I'm talking about. Too.
Yeah. See, this is the one thing, like the issue I had with the Curse of Chucky. It was more serious, which I liked. But I didn't like the fact that everything was like, remember I was telling things were kind of cliche, and then some things was too convenient. Like when he did things, like the girl noticed it like right off the bat, and I was like, she isn't supposed to notice that. Mm-hmm. Like the one part when the family comes to the house, he's sitting on a couch, on a chair, and then he just up and disappears, and that one girl like picked up on it, and like a lot of things that happened was obvious. Where you be like, did the doll do that? Like I didn't like that. I like it when he does something and he makes it seem like he didn't do it at all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now the one thing they did do in the Curse of Chucky, which I thought was actually pretty brilliant, but I thought was also kind of stupid, was the camera thing. Like the dude was like, all right, I'm gonna put a camera on this doll for this certain plot point in the story, and then he ended up seeing that the doll was actually moving through the camera. Like I thought that was genius. But for the most part, I didn't like most of the characters. I really didn't.
Okay, at the end, he was delivered to Alice. He fails to transfer his soul into her body. I thought he killed the grandma.
I thought he did too. I mean, would strangled her. Put the bag over her and suffocated her. I mean, maybe with like her last burst of energy, she...
Hold up. She comes up from the basement after Chucky tries to suffocate her. Chucky might be a little doll, but he was strong. Look at what he did in all the other films. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's stupid.
Yeah, he suffocated that one dude up in the damn car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was kind of funny.
It was kind
of funny. But yeah, it's like, I think that's the biggest thing that was wrong with the Child's Play series is the open.
It jumped. It maybe 1, 2, and 3. You know, it kept up.
It was consistent.
It kept up with it, but then it kept jumping, and then Curse of Chucky, I don't get it. Revenge of Chucky, I probably won't get either.
The problem is, if they want to bring it back to any decent roots or whatever, keep it horror based. If you want to have little one-liners, fine, but don't sit there and focus so much on the humor, which is what they did with the Bride of Chucky and the Seed of Chucky. Too much humor. Keep the shit serious. Be consistent with your story and nail the story down. Like, okay, like what we said up in the Curse of Chucky. What did we say? We was like, how did Tiffany get back in her body at the end of the movie? We was like, wait a minute, didn't she body get transferred into?
Yeah, after Seed of Chucky, at the end, they had 2 kids. It was Glenn and Glenda, and then it was Jennifer Tilly. So which was Tiffany. It's kind of confusing.
But I'm still trying to figure out how did she get back in her body. Cause that surprised the hell out of me at the end of the Curse of Chucky. I'm like, how did this heifer get back in her body? And through the time period of them being outside the body would have been died. Or,
What I don't understand, I think Curse of Chucky should have been like, when he was doing all the strangling, he went to the voodoo man. That should have been about
how he acquired it and how they can break it.
Yeah, and then the revenge, it should have been about him, I guess, getting back to what they say her name was, Sarah. They say she called the police on him, which was stupid. I mean, the woman don't want you. It's okay. You don't need to go around killing up her whole family. But it's
I don't think that the backstory that they gave, it wasn't like enough.
It wasn't, because it was actually stupid.
I'm like, okay, you showed them at the barbecue and stuff or whatever that was,
and he automatically wanted her, and he did not stop. He killed her husband,
which they really didn't. They didn't really say it. You think he did it, That all the avenues did it. And after watching the movie, the only reason I figured it out is because I read up on it. I'm like, I figured he did it, but they never actually said he did it. I mean, they probably did, but I might have missed it. But I don't remember him ever saying, "Hey, I killed the hell out your dad. I did it. I wanted your mom. I turned around to kill the hell out of her too." You know, I mean, I know he said he killed the mom, but damn, that's one of the moments I was like, okay, y'all should have did more with the story, focus more on the story, give us a little bit more background, his interactions with the whole family and all that.
He got the mom in the beginning of the movie, because he stabbed when she was pregnant. He stabbed her in the stomach, which is how Nika got crippled.
Which I think that's a really interesting way. It's very unlikely when you stab a baby, it's unlikely that baby gonna survive. But I think it's an interesting way of like giving a good idea of why she, was crippled. But she was perhaps the most likable character. Everybody else was just complete garbage, especially the sister. I had no qualms about her when she got killed. I'm like, stab away, stab away. But I see. Okay, talk about the characters. Which characters did you like throughout the series? I liked the mom for the first one, the detective guy. What was the babysitter girl from the second one? I don't remember her name. And I did like the chick in the wheelchair from this one. As far as the Bride of Chucky and the Seed of Chucky, I don't remember the characters.
Wasn't a babysitter.
Whatever. What was she? She wasn't a babysitter?
No, she was in foster care with him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because she was like, wasn't she like the rebel girl, kind of? Yeah. Okay, so my bad. Not babysitter, the foster care sister chick. I don't know. But anyways, are there any other like memorable standout characters? I mean, you could say Andy. You could say the little black boy. I can't remember his name. It can't be that memorable. Yeah, there you go. I can't even remember his freaking name. But do you think the little girl in the Curse of Chucky made any impression? I don't think so.
No. Because
she was hidden half the movie. But I'm not going to lie. I was laughing my ass off because Chucky was just cussing. That was so freaking funny. You're like, I don't like it when you cuss. I don't give a fuck. Oh my gosh. But are there any other memorable characters?
Bride of Chucky. What about the dude and the girl in Bride of Chucky?
I do not remember them.
Okay. The couple they wanted to transfer their souls into.
I do not remember them.
They don't mention them much in the little thing, but they had a big part because they was finna be, the new Chucky and Tiffany, but they was alright.
That just shows you how memorable they were. I do not remember them.
Okay.
At all. In like the slightest. Hot damn. Alright, we go from characters now. Of course, we have what's the dude that played Chucky?
Brad Dourif.
Dude is freaking phenomenal. The dude definitely owns that character.
Yeah.
The voice performance the dude gives is just on point. And I love that laugh that he does. That's like the funniest.
Please
it's funny.
Don't try it. Please don't try it.
It's funny, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, he's crazy. He's a killer. And it's just like, it's menacing too. Oh my God. What do you think about Tiffany?
As for, I think she played a pretty good role as his accomplice and girlfriend. You know, she's kind of got the face of someone who can, you know, mess with you and then all of a sudden just slit your throat.
Yeah. Again, which it kind of conflicts with the whole her presence conflicting with the story with the Curse of Chucky, because if he was with her, why is he obsessing over another woman? And she's cool with it.
Which is, you know, I guess which is why he killed her.
I think this is what they try to do. I think they tried to, I guess the whole Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky is like non-canon. So they're like I don't know, like an alternate, like I don't know, because they don't fit in with the whole Curse of Chucky. All right, the deaths. Tell me any memorable deaths that you like. I mean, nobody like to see anybody die, but
well, Chucky he has a way of killing people, and you know sometimes he can make it funny, and well, all the time he made it funny.
I love that laugh.
I told you don't try that.
I'll do it one more time. That don't sound like it.
No.
Okay.
And well, hold up. Bride of Chucky, you know, remember Tiffany's boyfriend, the gothic dude?
Oh, the one he yanked that piercing out of his mouth?
Yeah. That was kind of...
And then they smothered him?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he kind of...
That was like, he was like, hi. Just sitting on his face.
I think the funniest one was perhaps in the second movie when they was in the toy factory and the guy fell on the toy line and the thing.
Oh my, really?
With the eye. Dude laid out on that thing. His eyes all gouged out with them two toy eyes. And that was literally one of the funniest deaths. I ain't never seen no stuff like that. I think that one was pretty hilarious. The one with the guy in the garbage truck and the third one was kind of messed up.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I remember.
And he got crushed. Then I do remember a couple of deaths from the Bride of Chucky. What was the one where they used something to launch these nails into somebody's face?
Oh yeah, it was
What in the glove compartment?
Yeah, it had the nails on it, and the man still wasn't there. It was like Hellraiser.
Then didn't they? When they first got reanimated, I think in the Seed of Chucky, they spilled like some acid on somebody's head.
Yeah, that the photographer dude.
Yeah, I remember a couple of the deaths.
And Child's Play 3, he replaced the paint things with real bullets. Chucky was badass.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like that was slick. That was slick. Of course, there was the one, the guy in the car, and he smothered him. Which honestly, that guy could have gotten out of that.
I mean, he had his hands tied behind his back.
I was like, wow. I can't really think of any more.
But he actually did kill another good guy dog in Child's Play 2. Tommy. He's eat dirt, Tommy. And then he was doing that crazy laugh.
All right, what do you think about like comes to like practical effects versus like the CGI? I think the Child's Play series is phenomenal because of the use of practical effects. Like it does look like, for the majority of the films, like it's a real dog going around doing it. Mm-hmm. And the animatronics are good. Mm-hmm. I mean, they get better over the course of the movies. That's why I was really impressed with some of the sequences I did see in Curse of Chucky.
Like
the one sequence where he was walking down the stairs after that girl seen him, and then the part where he grabbed the back of her chair and started running with it, and it looked good. I mean, it was CGI and everything, but it looked good. Like it did fit the. It did feel like it was actually they had the doll doing it. Like I actually liked the visual effects. Then of course we have the most iconic shot of his shoes when he's running out, which is always hilarious. You just see a pair of shoes just running around somewhere. What do you think? I think in like the Bride of Chucky and the Seed of Chucky, I think they were a bit stiff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they didn't actually like move around much.
I think they were a bit stiff. Like they could have just worked around a little bit better. But I don't know, cause it seemed like one of those films that are a bit like budget, so everything's not gonna be as crisp as it could be. And I like the fact that even though this Curse of Chucky, came out, was it this year or last year?
2013.
2013. It got old, but okay. Okay, but I like the fact that the story itself is just very like, what you call it, like very close knit, very tight, not like expansive.
I like, the first one. He seemed more real in the first one. It's like you really getting attacked by a doll. Like, when she threatened to throw him in the fire. Mm-hmm. It's like, you fucking bitch. And he came to life like just like that in front of her eyes. That's the part I like. And then jumped on her back, his little legs just to kick it. I like that part.
Okay, what about the design? Now I know there was controversy over the design I mean, he has three basic designs. The original good guy design, the design in Bride of Chucky when he's got the stitches, and of course there's design with this Curse of Chucky. And at first I didn't like the design of the Curse of Chucky, but then as I watched the movie, I started realizing, I was like, his face looks more, I don't know, he looked more menacing in some aspects with the way his face was. I mean, it looked
like before he took off
Before he took it off, like it was one shot where he's like, he had his head kind of linked forward a little bit, and I think he was talking to the sister before he killed her, and his hair was hanging down a little bit, and I was like,
yeah,
he don't look like a doll right now. He looks like a person. Like that, like shots like that made it work, even though it did look funny. In fact, the original good guy doll makes him look like a doll. The Stitch version makes him look like, like he's stitched or whatever. But the new Curse of Chucky made him look like he was younger. You know what I mean? It's very weird. Then the chick started peeling it off, which is kind of ironic because you looking at him the whole movie and not once do you actually see those engraved lines in his face until she actually starts peeling at it. I was like,
okay, let's see, like this picture. You see how his face is? Mm-hmm. I mean,
see the chop.
I mean, I get what you're saying about in Curse of Chucky, but I thought
it just looked like it looked different. It's like something you had to kind of get used to.
And then he took off all that crap.
Like the one sequence that we have which he got messed up in Child's Play 3. I'm not gonna lie.
He did. He got messed up, chopped up.
Then his face got torn in half.
And then in Child's Play he got
burned alive. And
they,
I do like as the movies transition.
It was okay. Of course, he was cursed, but what kept him as the evil doll? Was it his brain, his heart? Did they change dolls, or
I I think the essence of the doll that he was in got from the way the introduction of the second one goes makes it seem like some of his essence, some of his original
the blood.
Yeah.
You know, because when I was making it again, okay.
But if you think about it, that don't make sense either, because if that's the case, then wouldn't he be in multiple dolls?
Well, they couldn't have used that big vat to make just one doll, right?
Yeah. So it probably explains why. I don't know. That picture of him giving a finger is just hilarious.
See, that don't even look like him.
But look at I don't know, if you see it does it look like a girl. It do. But okay, if you could rate the movies, how would you rate them?
Like each movie or all of them? Just
like if you can rate like the best of the worst, I'll go ahead and rate mine. It'll be the second movie. It'll be the third movie. Second movie as the best. The first movie, second. And then it'll be the third movie. Then it'll be probably Curse of Chucky, then Bride of Chucky, then Seed of Chucky.
I would.
Those faces are so freaking hilarious.
Yeah, he was, actually serious in the Child's Play series. Like he just wanted to just kill.
All right, but how would you rate them? Like, what would be your lineup, best or worst? Like this one, that sequence. Like that's a good sequence that made him look. You know what I'm saying? All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Best worst. And what did you say? I don't want to.
Don't worry about how I did it. That's just my preference. Mine would
okay, it would probably be. There probably one. One. I don't know. I really don't know. I know one because one was.
You want to default it? Yeah, we can default. Okay, she's gonna default. So the default is how the movie is chronologically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's how she's gonna go. Me is gonna be 2, 1, 3, 6, 4, and 5. So, tell me, are there any other thoughts that you have concerning the Child's Play series?
Nope, none I can think of. Chucky was badass.
All right, so I just ask this one last question. And we'll use this as a closing. What can they do to bring Child's Play back up?
You mean like in the Revenge or the Child's Play?
In fact, yeah. What could they do for Revenge of Chucky to make it relevant again, without making it low budget? Like a low budget.
Okay.
But to make it a good movie, like what would you like to see?
What is he getting revenge on?
regardless of whatever that is. Like, what would you like to see?
Okay, I would like to see
a good movie.
Well, obviously more into his curse, Chucky's curse. I mean, you know, everybody knows that he was cursed, or that he chose it, or I don't know. But Curse of Chucky, I that would not be one of my favorites. It didn't give enough thing. I would like to see more about his curse, and you know, it depends on what he's getting revenge on. You know, that's all I can say at this point.
Alright, yeah, I know how I do. I always come up with ideas for movies and stuff, so I'm just gonna break it down and use this, and this will close us out. First, story. I would like to see a good story. I'm not gonna say what type of story, but I want to see a good, well-written story. I want to be able to explore a little bit more, get some elaboration on Chucky, and I want to have good elaboration on the characters which he's messing with or whatever. Good story, well written. If you're gonna make something that connects with the past movies, I think that it needs to be crisp. It needs to be crisp. Curse of Chucky does do that to some extent, and there are some plot holes because of it. Because even though they did do a decent job with it, could have been better. But this new movie, I want to do it right, crisp. Okay, we're gonna do characters. Give us some well-written characters that are not cliche. The first movie, characters was not cliche. It was good, likable characters, or well-written. Second movie, good, likable characters, well-written. I'm not going to sit there and mention too many from the third movie because it was in a military academy. And the Curse of Chucky, straight up cliche characters. Straight up cliche characters. So give us some well-written characters that we would like. No teenagers that do stupid crap. No family squabbles. No. Give us some people, real people with real problems, and we'll take it from there. If we're gonna do casting choices, don't just cast hot chicks and think that's gonna make the movie, because I think that's what they did with this Curse of Chucky as well as the previous two. Give us some people that got talent that can actually pull the characters off. Give us some emotional attachment to them. People we can root for. People that have chemistry together. Give us some well-written dialogue. And if you must, when it comes to the practical and visual effects, if you must go with the visual effects, if you're going to use CGI, use it sparingly. Sparingly. Go with the animatronics, and if you do go with the animatronics, which you are going to most likely do anyway, make it flow right. Make it flow right. I don't want to see Chucky or whatever sitting here acting animatronic. I want him to flow and look realistic. As you said before, in one or two of the films, the animatronics were very, very stiff. So work out the kinks on that, and that's all I got to say. That's it for this episode of Breaking the Base, where we were just discussing Child's Play. Any final words, Ms. Lakeisha?
None.
All right then, guys. We definitely appreciate you giving us the time of day to listen to us talk about this. If anybody has anything to say about it, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. And remember, we will be putting out a broadcast of the Break of the Base once a week. It's going to jump from anything from video games to books to movies to television shows. We're just going to jump all over the place. So, guys, as I've said, be sure, stay tuned. Please subscribe to this channel. And we will be getting at you again with another Break of the Base next week. So, without further ado, we're out of here.
Bye.